Welcome in live here from Christus Trinity Mother Francis Rose Stadium. Here, the Tyler Legacy Red Raiders and the Longview Lobos from beautiful Tyler, Texas. Reese Lannon, Jeremiah Turner, Cody Pinkerton, and Logan Harris along for this one as we get ready for the matchup here tonight between the Lobos and the Red Raiders. Good old East Texas shootout here tonight. The Red Raiders coming in 2-5 overall, Longview on the other side 3-3. JT, a pretty pivotal district game really for both sides. If you're Tyler Legacy, you're pretty much eliminated from the district race with the loss. Longview, they fell last week to Forney. There's 5 really good teams right now in District 10 6A, and one of them at least is going to miss the playoffs.
Very true. Like you said, pretty much is over with for Tyler Legacy as far as trying to punch any kind of ticket to get into that next round of play. But Longview, this would be a very big win for them if they can pull it out, which they are the favorites coming into this match. They get this win. Like you said, they had some very impressive wins against Rockwall, but they took an unexpected loss last week. So they're hoping to get things back on track this week and prove just how dominant they can be and that they are. So we'll see what happens.
Let's take a peek over at the district standings coming into tonight. You look at the top of the standings, Rockwall Heath 2-0, and then Forney 2-1, North Forney 2-1, a pair of 1-1 teams, Longview and Rockwall. And Royce City, they're still in the mix at 1-2. Tyler Legacy 0-3. They are essentially done with the loss tonight. They would have to win out to have any chance at a playoff berth. But this district, so tough year in, year out. Last week, Longview falling to Forney at Lobo Stadium, a place where they rarely lose. Forney pulling the upset 28-24. Tyler Legacy on the other side, they made the trip out to Royce City. It was a tough one for them, JT, 38-17 loss.
Yeah, we was hoping to try to pull that one out in Royce City. Could have probably, like you said, a pivotal moment. Would have been a very big moment for Legacy if they could have won that game. Would have had some hope going into this second half of district play. But losing that game there, it kind of shuts some hopes off. Like you say, we've got to win tonight if we want to shake something up, but it's going to be a very tall task to try to do that tonight.
This Longview team excellent on the other side, but 3-3 coming into tonight. The Lobos, their 3 losses, though. Forney by 4, who's top 25 in 6A. You have Ruston, who is the #1 team in Louisiana, and then you have South Oak Cliff, who won a 5A Division II state championship last year. All of them, they've lost by 1 score. So this is a excellent Longview team, but they do have some differences this year. Head coach John King has not been on the sidelines much at all this season. Wish him the best in his battle with cancer. Coach King, a legend over in Lobo land, and he's been kind of remote. He's been up on the box. Not sure where he'll be tonight, but Longview playing under longtime assistant coach Oscar Wilson, who has his group right now at 3-3, but like I said, a lot of 1-score games and hoping to come out on the right side of things. Longview 3-3, but the one thing we know about the Lobos, JT, from the time you played them, they are going to be tough in the trenches, they're going to be physical, and they're going to have guys who can make plays.
Man, they're always going to have guys that can make plays. Like we used to say back in school, man, do they make those guys in a lab? Where do they come from? Every year, year in and out, they got guys that's going to, not only are they big and fast, but they play like it too. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what this Longview team can do today. And like you said, once again, Coach King, I had the honor and privilege to play against his son, which he raised a great young man. They're a good athlete, good kid, and I got to see them win that state championship back then. And I've seen a lot of Coach King and the things he's done for their program. So big prayers up to him and hope everything goes smooth in his battle against cancer, like you said.
Tyler Legacy getting ready to take the field here momentarily as we're going to step aside for a 1-minute timeout and come back and recap the rest of the B&G Law pregame show. You're watching Tyler ISD Athletics.
I was actually involved in a rear-end collision, and I was injured. It's not a fair and perfect world. Sometimes you have to have an attorney, and I just happen to know a good one. If you were to hire them, they're not gonna promise you the world and under-deliver. I received a pretty sizable amount of compensation. It would have been a nightmare if I hadn't reached out to Biggs and Greenslake.
We always dreamed of upgrading our car, but trying to navigate it all, it felt like being lost in a maze. Then we found Kelly Community, where someone finally helped us find the way. They listened, asked questions, built a plan that worked for us. With competitive rates, simple approvals, and real rewards for loyalty, we finally felt in control. Now, we're not just driving a car, we're driving toward our future, backed by a team we trust. Kelly Community Federal Credit Union. Feels good to do more.
Welcome back here from the home of the Red Raiders. You can see the big tunnel on your screen right now, that big T overlooking the end zone. On the other side, Longview with the big rocking L helmet. They'll be in the white jerseys tonight, getting ready to come out of the locker room. Again, happy to be along with you. Reese Lannon, Jeremiah Turner, Cody Pinkerton, and Logan Harris up here in the booth tonight. Red Raiders trying to snap off the skid. They've lost 3 in a row coming into tonight, and they're trying to snap a big losing streak to Longview. Longview has won the last 20 in this series dating back to 2003. It has been domination by the Lobos, who really never have a down year. One thing to look for Tyler Legacy, and something that Cody pointed out during warm-ups, Zach Davis and Kason Gray were both getting a lot of reps. Zach Davis has not played this year. He's been injured for the entirety of this season. He could be available tonight, and he looked like he was taking some first-team reps in warm-ups, so we could see some of Zach Davis here tonight, as well as the sophomore Kason Gray. JT, we've kind of seen the highs and lows of Kason Gray. He's a sophomore. He's made some really great plays. There's been other times where you look at him, you're like, that's a sophomore play. He'll grow with it. But you look at the numbers on the year, 14 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, has been pretty solid.
His numbers, yeah, like you say, are not bad. But watching him on the field, it can tell the story of the numbers or it can tell a different story. It just depends on the kind of, I think, the night he's having. If he's flowing, if he's hitting receivers short and he's hitting them long, he's doing good. But a lot of times when he has those, like when he had those interceptions, a lot of them were just poor judgment. And most of them were on extended plays where he had to use his legs first, get out of there, get out of the pocket, and try to find someone. But when he's got time, he's poised in the pocket, he makes a strong delivery to his receivers. So it'd be good to see him do more of the same tonight.
Legacy getting ready to run out of the tunnel here at Rose Stadium. They'll be in the black jerseys tonight, those new black jerseys that they have this year. It's a blackout, black helmets, black jerseys, and black pants on Pink Out Night here for breast cancer awareness at Rose Stadium. All right, some keys to the game for Tyler Legacy. You've obviously lost a lot in a row to Longview. You've got to kind of throw everything against the wall, figure out what you can. If Zach Davis does play, though, it definitely gives a different look to Longview because they did see him last year. Davis, though, has not played this year, so it'll give you an option to go to a second quarterback if you want. For Tyler Legacy, though, playing 2 quarterbacks, you have to be able to establish some type of ground game against Longview.
Most definitely got to establish the ground game, man. I think everything starts with the ground, whether you're playing Longview or anyone else. If you can get going on the ground, you can get something going in there because they're going to try to fill the boxes. Basic football 101. When the box gets loaded, air it out. So we can get something going on the ground, and then we can find our receivers, Brown and Owens and more others the same. I think that'll be really good. Got to hit them on the ground first.
Well, we've seen the RPO game work at times. When they can get TK Brown and Owens going, though, is when that run game is established. The RPO is exactly what it sounds like, run-pass option. When you're not doing one of those things, specifically run, it makes the run-pass option tough to throw the football. The running backs Tyler Legacy do have a couple of sophomores, Bam White and Pearl Jackson, have been really solid. We look at the numbers, though. On this losing streak, the offense has definitely taken a downturn, which is to be expected against really good defenses. Longview has had a solid defense this year, and they are led by Jessier Hampton Williams as well as Lawson Tubb, 2 linebackers for the Lobos who have been excellent. Tubb leads the team with 72 tackles. Hampton, 57 stops of his own. He's got a couple of sacks, a couple of forced fumbles, a couple of fumble recoveries, a couple of passes defended. This is a pretty prototypical Longview team, JT. I know you've obviously seen them year in, year out. You know exactly what they're going to run, and it's going to be a lot of that power eye.
Man, what they love it, and they don't get away from it. That's a team that's going to stick to the status quo. So, yeah, we'll definitely see a lot of that tonight. Hopefully, what I've seen from the Red Raiders, we've done a really good job up front. Now, I know a lot of times in the second half we might lose some wind behind ourselves, but that front 4, that front 3, they do a really good job of creating some pressure and stopping some of those runs before they get started, before they get to the second level. So I want to see the D-line up front play really aggressive like they have been, and the linebackers right behind them fill in any of those open gaps and try to make some big plays early in the matchup.
Well, we are about to get started here from Earl Campbell Field at Rose Stadium. Kickoff coming on the other side of this break as we're going to step aside for a couple minutes. You're watching Tyler ISD Athletics presented by B&G Law. Welcome back live here from Rose Stadium as we get ready to kick off Tyler Legacy and Longview. The captains here tonight for Tyler Legacy were 35, Devin Wyatt, a senior, 36, Miles Marshall, a senior, also joined by 90, Hector Romo, a senior, and 87, Julian Lewis Baker, a senior. Longview, they are going to kick off as Tyler Legacy will receive first to begin this game, and the ever-explosive Demarion Malone back deep, as well as Jaden Walton for the Red Raiders. You look at the numbers this year, Demarion Malone has kind of done a little bit of everything in the receiving game as well as the return game. The numbers this year for Malone returning kicks, pretty gaudy. 14 returns for 383 yards, averaging nearly 30 yards per return.
Anytime Malone gets his hands on the ball, you're pretty much in trouble. Every time I've seen him touch it, he's going to get some really good field position for our offense. So they better kick away here to start. And they didn't.
Kickoff is deep, and we are underway as it'll drop into the end zone for a touchback. So the Red Raiders will have the ball first. It appears we'll see who breaks the huddle for Tyler Legacy at quarterback, and it's going to be Kason Gray to start. Zach Davis will not start at quarterback, but potentially available. He did warm up. Davis is dressed for the first time at home this season. First down and 10 here for the Red Raider offense as Gray will hand off straight up the middle to Pearl Jackson, who got a yard or two before he's thrown back. Jesse or Hampton Williams throws him back, a gain of 2. Back here, second down and about 9. Play action. Gray with some pressure up the middle, but fires off the hands of Demarion Malone, who could not pull it down. It's going to be third down.
Good pass. Just maybe a little too high for Malone to pull in, but good pass, good decision. Would have been right there at the sticks.
So Legacy sent a bit behind the 8 ball with the incompletion, and now it's going to be third down and about 8. Longview's defense stingy all season. Trying to get a 3 and out as we start this one. Again, Pearl Jackson accompanying Gray in the shotgun with time to throw. He'll flip into the flat. It's caught by Slaughter, makes a move upfield right near the chains, and I believe he got it. He did. So immediately a first down for the offense. I apologize. We're going to maybe take a peek at this crowd mic after the first break. Quick snap here. Jackson up the middle. Got away from a couple, and there he goes. Into the clear, and he slips down right near midfield.
Man, good explosive run right there. If he could have kept his feet, he definitely would have got a few more.
Quick tempo again. Raiders back to the line quickly. Slaughter remains in the game at tight end. Here's Jackson up the middle as he'll push ahead across the other side of the 50. Got a couple. Quickly, 2nd and 8. The tempo will stop. 3 receivers remain in the game. Owens, Malone, and TK Brown, who was held catchless last week for the first time this season. Here's a middle give. Jackson again, and he did not get anything. Back to the original line of scrimmage before he's brought down.
Yeah, had 2 Lobo defenders waiting on him right there. One of them being Tyson Johnson, the big defensive lineman for the Lobos.
Thought about the quick snap. Instead, Legacy will play for a 3rd and about 7 here. Longview keeps pretty much the same personnel on the field. Looks like 5 defensive backs. Gray, he'll pass here on 3rd down, well protected until he's not. He's swallowed up all the way back at the 45, and the ball came out.
Ball's loose.
And Gray could not hold on to it. It's taken away on the fumble. Longview football. The Lobos with the strip sack, and they'll take it as we will hit a 30-second timeout with the fumble. No score here in the first quarter. You're watching Tyler ISD Athletics.
Always dreamed of upgrading our car, but trying to navigate it all? It felt like being lost in a maze. Then we found Kelly Community, where someone finally helped us find the way. They listened, asked questions, built a plan that worked for us. With competitive rates, simple approvals, and real rewards for loyalty, we finally felt in control. Now, we're not just driving a car, we're driving toward our future, backed.
Welcome back here, fresh off the turnover, Longview with the football. As passing on first down, looking deep as Hamilton down the seam for Herndon, and the pass is incomplete. And there's the late flag.
Yeah, Walton definitely got a bit of him right there on the end of that play before he had a chance to make a play on the ball, but he was beat by a step, and if you beat, we'd rather take a 15 than a touchdown. So
how about that? Longview, known for their running, they go with the deep ball on the first play to the four-star sophomore Jaden Herndon. Walton called for what appears to be pass interference. Looks like it is pass interference. Yeah, it looked like maybe the back judge had called for holding. The judge who had the mic on and made the call had called pass interference. That's what it will be. So, like you said, you'd rather have that than a touchdown, and it'll be 15 free yards to Longview's on the move now inside the 30.
I think that was a really good play to keep Legacy on their toes. So like you say, now look at this formation. We definitely know what's coming now.
1st and 10. Here's a middle give. Mason Washington, he got away from a couple at the line of scrimmage. He'll pick up about 3. It's a new offensive coordinator for Longview this year. Tim Sanders coming over from Oklahoma State to be the offensive coordinator under John King. A lot more spread looks you'll see out of Longview than previous years where it was pretty much all power high. You'll see some more shotgun looks. Under center for Longview, their quarterback, Johnny Trey Hamilton, the junior quarterback, standing at about 6'4", 6'5". Had a pretty good year running the football as well as passing over 1,000 total yards. He'll pass here on 2nd and 7, and it is caught on the outside by Herndon, who broke a tackle, broke another, still moving inside the 10. He's still on his feet, and then finally knocked down at the 9-yard line.
That was a very impressive play. I will say that. He broke a couple of tackles there, and he didn't even want to go down on the end of the play.
Looked like Jacob Harris was the one who finally did bring him to the turf, but Herndon, who boasts an Oregon offer amongst others, is just a sophomore, has gotten the Lobos to 1st and goal from the 9. A tough start for the Red Raiders, trying to push back with the heels of their feet at the goal line. 1st and 10, here's a sweep to Washington, wide open lane. He will walk in untouched. Didn't take long. Here come the Lobos. 4 plays in, and they are on the board, 6-0.
Very impressive drive. I know it was short, but I say impressive. The way they mixed it up. Quick pass to start off the drive, a deep ball, too. It wasn't anything short. They was trying to go for the home run right away. Got back into some of that old school running they do there. Then another quick pass to their receiver. And then right there, you run it in, man. That's a good mix of – oh, I thought we got a block. That's a good mix of plays right there by Longview. Definitely going to keep the Legacy defense on their toes, not knowing what they can do next.
Felipe Ayala with the extra point makes it 7-0 Lobos. We'll step aside for 45. You're watching Tyler ISD Athletics presented by B&G Law. We're back here as we get ready to kick off. Longview will tow it up. This will not be Felipe Ayala. They appear to have a Kickoff specialist, too. That's Gustavo de Luna, number 99, as the kick is into the end zone, kneeled down for a touchback. So Legacy back out on the field. They got a couple of first downs last time, JT. Then a couple of really nondescript plays, and then a strip sack.
Yeah, we just got to stay on that throttle, man. I know that they're big over there on the Lobos defensive line and second line right there with those linebackers. They all got good size, and they busted through the line right there to create that turnover. But we just got to stay on the throttle, man. Quick pass like we did, quick runs. I think that when we mix it up, like you say, the RPO, we're really effective, and we move the ball well. So let's see more of that.
Kason Gray back at quarterback here to start this second drive, as he will hand off up the middle to Jackson, who got a couple before he's knocked backwards. Jackson been the go-to guy here early. Haven't seen Bam White, Jace Love, etc. yet. Second down and 8. Looks like maybe a pistol look. Haven't seen a lot of this from the Legacy offense this year. And they're going to give right off to Jackson, and he did not get much. Again, the Lobos white jerseys there to stop it. So now you're at a 3rd and 7, and it looks like there might have been an injured. Yeah, there is an injured player, and that is Pearl Jackson, who is going to hop his way towards the sideline. Bam White off the bench is going to come in to spell him. Certainly not what you want from your starting running back in the second drive of this game. Third down and 7. 4 receivers in the set. Bo Slaughter, the tight end, split out in the slot. Quick drop, Gray to run on the quarterback draw. He went nowhere. Thrown down right away by the Longview front. It looked like Tyson Johnson again. So it's going to bring up 4th down after the draw goes backwards, and here comes Luke Sanders to punt for Tyler Legacy.
Got to give credit to the front four, the Lobos defense, man. They are causing some havoc up there.
Tyson Johnson, that was a nice play.
Yeah, he was the one on the other one, too, so he's got 2 now. He's doing a very good job.
Sanders averaging nearly 33 yards a punt in 12 tries, his 13th high. Not super deep. It will take a Legacy roll, and this ball's going to bound all the way inside the 35 and finally roll dead at about the 31-yard line. That's a nice punt from Sanders. It'll travel about 44 yards, no return. So here comes the Longview offense again. They had no issues moving the ball there first time coming back out. This is definitely a different Longview team than you're used to seeing.
Yeah, it is. I know they're usually they like to start with that pound, and then. But when I was there, like I said, they had Haynes King, and he could air that thing out too, man. I mean, it was they mixed it up quite a bit, but they had very good running backs in my time when I played against them. They hit us pretty hard on the ground.
Update over in Burleson, where Tyler High's playing tonight. Not a good start for the Lions, down 14-0 in the second quarter. Play action here on first down. Rolling is Hamilton. On the move, he'll fire, and it is caught. Nice grab by Herndon right at the 46-yard line.
Well, just from the little bit I've seen, I can understand why he could be a future Duck. He's got some great hands and obviously some great skills in space. Very good catch by the young man.
That was a good throw as well by Hamilton on the move with a couple of Red Raiders, including Luke Allen, closing in. 1st and 10 here for the Lobos at the 46. Hamilton, the RPO, quick hitter, caught on the outside and pushing his way all the way for a first down that time was Longview's Jacaden Davis, the sophomore who just got a Division I offer the other day from Texas State. He'll do a little bit of everything for this offense.
Congratulations to the young man.
Longview on the move. They are airing this ball out here early. Looked like maybe some movement before the snap. Not called. Washington broke a couple of tackles as he surges through the middle all the way to the sticks. And this is going to be the 3rd play in a row that goes for a first down for the Lobos. Longview continuing to move it inside the 35. Hamilton will hand to Washington, and this time Ramon Gabriel right there.
Very good job, man. He got right around that tackle, stepped right up in that pocket, and made that play before the running back gets to the second level.
Starters for Longview up front: Jaden Jackson at left tackle, Star Shaw at left guard, Beckett Cox the center, Demarion Pickron at right guard, and Brady Yoder the right tackle. The receivers include the aforementioned Jaden Herndon, Jacaden Davis. Tight end room, fairly deep. Jaden Washington, Cy Marsh. Also the fullback, Kylan Cummings, will get plenty of run out of the backfield. Mason Washington, the starting tailback. They'll mix in some Caden Graves. And some movement before the snap, and the Lobos are going to be set back 5. Or were they? I think they got a timeout right before the end of the play clock. Longview takes their first timeout, and we are going to take a 30-second timeout with them. Watching Tyler ISD Athletics, presented by B&G Law.
Always dreamed of upgrading our car, but trying to navigate it all? It felt like being lost in a maze. Then we found Kelly Community, where someone finally helped us find the way. They listened, asked questions, built a plan that worked for us. With competitive rates, simple approvals, and real rewards for loyalty, we finally felt in control. Now, we're not just driving a car, we're driving toward our future, backed by a team we trust. Kelly Community Federal Credit Union. Feels good to do more.
Back here from Rose Stadium, here before a 2nd and 9. First timeout taken by Longview before that second down, and JT, you don't think they should have taken that timeout. You thought they had maybe something cooked up there.
Man, that was a dangerous formation, man. They had 2 receivers out wide, one on each side. A lot of grass for this receiver over here on the left side of the formation to work with. Tight end could have slipped out into the flat because everybody was thinking run. It was a dangerous formation.
Longview will take it, and they'll throw here. 2nd and long. Davis looking deep for Herndon. He's got him out there. It is broken up. Or was it? Yes, and then the flag came in at the very end of the play. And I believe pass interference is going to be the call here against Jaden Kemp. We don't have the replay here, but we're checking the stadium. Oh, I don't know. That looked like pretty good coverage. It's going to be pass interference against Kemp. Wish we could show it on your screen. From our replay, that looked like pretty darn good coverage.
I think by that point in the play, both cats were making a play on the ball. Wasn't premature, any premature grabbing on the receiver. I don't like that call, but hey, they got it.
Jaden Kemp, the receiver to start the year, playing some defensive back. He's starting tonight. Had 6 tackles last week. Up the middle here for a couple. And there is a flag down on the field. I believe this is going to go against Longview, so negate the short run for Mason Washington. Or, well, it looked like it was signaled against Longview. The opposite side official had pointed back towards Longview's way, but it is offsides against the Red Raiders. So a couple of costly penalties on this drive combined with the pass interference on the opening drive, and Longview making their work right now with the yellow flags. Looks like Kemp is going to check out before the play. Late sub. Shane Pierce checking in on the defensive line. Big front for the Red Raiders. Play action. Hamilton over the middle. He's got his tight end to about the 1-yard line. Pass was caught. Jaden Washington, the tight end, dragged down about 3 feet in front of the goal line. Washington on the reception. That is reception number 4 for him this year, and it's 1st and goal. It's going to be marked just outside the 1. Here's that power eye look. Under center, Hamilton. He'll hand off to Washington. Off to the right. He got hit and knocked back. I don't think he got it.
Very good.
Good stop.
That's how you step up and make a play. One-on-one.
Couple of Red Raiders in there to make the stop on the play. It looked like Ethan Brown forced it back inside, and then that might have been Jacob Harris to knock him down.
That was very good. You never lose when you're playing together. Got guys flying to the ball. Very good initial initial contact to hold him up right there, right at the one, and teammates came and was able to wrap him up and bring him down. Very good.
They're going to need a couple more of those. 2nd and goal from the 1 for Longview as we tick down near the 3-minute mark here in the opening quarter. Under center once again. Hamilton barking the signals. He'll hand straight up the middle, and this time Longview punches through. That's the fullback on the carry. 35, that's McCaden Frazier. Frazier's 2nd touchdown of the year, and the Lobos take a 2-score lead.
It's a hard thing to stop right there on the 1-yard line.
Yep. Longview gets a good push, and here's kind of that open gate formation to start, and now everybody's going to shuffle back. Ayala to kick the extra point. Trying to put Longview up up 14.
Whoa!
As actually, that's a fake extra point, and I don't think
he definitely did
Longview didn't get it. So the rare fake extra point taking off to run is the holder, and it's no good. So Longview does not get the extra point. It will remain 13-0 as we will take a 45-second timeout. You're watching Tyler ISD Athletics presented by B&G Law. We're back here from Rose Stadium. Another score update. It is 2nd quarter, and it's now 28-7 Burleson Centennial up on Tyler High, so not a good start for the Lions. Returnable here for Malone, and there he goes with a crease down the right sideline, across the 50, inside the 35. Woo! He's knocked out of bounds. Well, I mentioned almost 30 yards of return, and you see it right there. It goes for a huge gain.
That's about 75 yards.
Mark him out at the 27-yard line, about 73 yards on that return. He was finally knocked out of bounds by Decaden Carter.
Talk about getting 30 every carry. How about getting to the opposite 30? My goodness.
So here comes the Red Raider offense, this time with the short field. Given where the score's at, this is where you got to execute. Longview getting a couple subs off the field. Free play for the Red Raiders. TK Brown on the reception as he broke one inside the 20. We'll see if Tyler Legacy opts to take the penalty, but I think they're going to give him we'll see where they mark it. I think they're going to give him about the 17-yard line. I think if you got the 17, this is a no-brainer. You keep it. Thought he had stepped out maybe a yard or two shy of that, but he actually got the 16, so that's a first down. Longview, they were just confused before the snap. They had about 3 guys running off the field that just didn't make it.
Oh, I've never seen this. Is that Bam lined up stacked?
Here's a reverse. DJ Owens, some space. Owens to the 10. He gets out of a tackle.
Come on, boy!
And out of bounds at about the 1-yard line.
Man, that ball crossed the plane. We need an instant replay. Ball definitely crossed that plane right there, man. We saw him stretch his arms out wide.
And here comes Von Lane into the game.
Well, I can't complain with that. Come on. I've been missing this here.
Haven't seen it in a couple of weeks. Haven't run it. And Lane into the game. Well, no, he's going to be in the game as the tight end. He will not be the Wildcat quarterback. Bam White the back. A direct snap to White. He surges ahead.
Yes, sir.
Touchdown, Tyler Legacy. They hit back.
Now, that's the way to put together a drive. That was pretty quick. Started off with an explosive play, getting us already in the red zone, and then we just go ahead and punch it in. That's what I like to see. Very good, Red Raiders.
Extra point coming for Boston Russell. 25 of 27 on the year for Boston. And remember, after the fake extra point earlier, this will potentially make it a 6-point game as it hits the upright, no good. It'll be called dead. Longview took off with it, nowhere to run, hits the upright, and we will stay at a 7-point game. 13-6 as we near the end of the first quarter. You're watching Tyler ISD Athletics presented by B&G Law. Welcome back here from Rose Stadium as we will kick off, restarting things. Action-packed first quarter. Still about 2.5 minutes to go as Austin Russell will kick away here from the 40. And it's a high, short pooch kick. Fair catch called for and made at about the 34-yard line by Trent Jackson. So the fair catch, Longview set up as they will take over with the football. They've had no problems moving the ball, but they have been helped out by some miscues by the Red Raider defense so far. A couple pass interferences, and a couple of offsides.
Yes, they have. They have been given a good amount of yards already from the yellow flag, but I won't take anything from them. They've still been able to do whatever they wanted to do so far. Hopefully after seeing the Red Raider offense score right here, the defense has some momentum behind them, and they'll take charge right here and maybe get their first stop on tonight.
We've seen this Longview passing game attack here early. Hamilton back in the shotgun. He came in with just 90 attempts on the year in 6 games, about 15 per game. He'll throw again. Jacaden Davis across the 40. He's got a first down across the 45-yard line. So you're averaging 15 throws a year coming in, but Longview's attacked that legacy secondary here early. Looks like there might be an injured Red Raider on the field. And I believe that is Hector Romo, the defensive lineman whose first game back off a torn ACL was last week at Royce City. As Adam Anderson is jogging onto the field and Romo getting some medical attention. We will step aside for about a minute. You're watching Tyler ISD Athletics presented by B&G Law.
I was actually involved in a rear-end collision, and I was injured. It's not a fair and perfect world. Sometimes you have to have an attorney, and I just happen to know a good one. If you were to hire them, they're not going to promise you the world and under-deliver. I received a pretty sizable amount of compensation. It would have been a nightmare if I hadn't reached out to Biggs and Greenslake.
Hector Romo able to get off the field under his own power as we will pick things back up off the first down reception from Jacaden Davis. Longview continuing that air attack, but here they'll run. Washington up the middle. He got a couple and then pushed back by a host of Red Raiders. Second down at about 9. Looked like Jacob Harris was in on that stop. And actually, let's take a peek at something from Jacob Harris coming into today. Actually, we'll take a peek at it here in a few minutes. Yeah, we'll take a peek at it at halftime, actually, and get it loaded up. But Harris came into tonight leading District 10 6A in tackles. 102 stops coming into tonight. A pass here for Longview. Quickly, it's caught by Herndon, and there he goes. Herndon off to the races. Will they catch him? No. Touchdown, Longview. Herndon just runs away from everybody. He's into the end zone.
That was very good textbook pass and catch. And after the catch, he got everything he needed. Good speed on him. Got straight to the end zone.
Can understand why Longview's passing the ball more this year. They've got a guy like that on the outside who can fly. So Herndon into the end zone from 53 yards out, and just like that, we're back up to a 2-score game. Extra point coming. No fake this time. Ayala, kind of a wounded duck off the foot, but he does push it through. And just like that, 20-6. Still here in the first quarter. You're watching Tyler ISD Athletics presented by B&G Law. An old East Texas classic, Longview and Tyler legacy here tonight from Tyler ISD's Rose Stadium. 20-6 is our score here late in the first quarter. Plenty of scoring. Lobos of Longview leading 20-6, and we'll see if they decide to kick towards Demarion Malone again.
I think it's in their best interest that they don't.
Malone has changed a lot of games with kick returns this year. Here's a squibber, and actually it didn't hit the ground. Jaden Walden picks it up across the 25. He's got a little bit of a lead. 35-40.
Come on.
Out across midfield and finally tracked down on the Longview side of the 50.
Well, I think that was a good decision by Longview right there to squib it, but squibs usually hit the ground and take a funny bounce, and you got to corral it. Man, he caught that clean.
Yeah, that was just a low-line drive, which Walden was able to catch straight with no hang time. It doesn't give your kickoff team a chance to get down there and make a play, and they weren't able to make a play until after Walden had got across midfield. So big return for Tyler Legacy. They look to convert on it.
Oh, yeah.
Bam White, the running back. Haven't seen Pearl Jackson since he exited with an ankle injury. Up the middle, White. He'll collect about 4, maybe 5. There's a late push.
Come on, push him, push him, push him.
And finally stopped. A wall of black and green helmets at about the 42-yard line, a gain of 6. White last week, 14 totes, 64 yards. Also had a reception. Passing here is Gray. He's well protected. Flips wide open. Slaughter. 30, 25, and finally knocked down at the 21-yard line. Big chunk play for Bo Slaughter of 21 and a first down.
2 big plays for Bo there, catching it in the flats and turning it into something.
Yeah, it looked like zone coverage in Longview. Everyone dropped. They just forgot about Slaughter, wide alone in the flat. On the edge of the red zone are the Red Raiders. About 70% touchdown rate. This pass tipped and incomplete. Looked like Demarion Malone had started to come open that time, working on the cornerback, Decaden Carter, but the pass deflected.
Yeah, if that didn't get tipped, it would have hit him. Looked like a pretty good ball. Wasn't tipped. Probably would have hit him right in the chest. Would have had a chance to make a move, maybe even get into the end zone. But credit to the D-line. Good job right there.
Here's White off the left side with a cut.
Oh,
15,
come on.
10,
There he is.
5, touchdown.
Woo!
Bam White off the left side, 21 yards and into the end zone for another Red Raider score, his second of the night. And this first quarter continues to pile on the points. We're at 32.
It's all right. Like I say, you love to see it get going on the ground. When it get going on the ground, you can get it going in the air. Very good job.
White that time, he got pushed at about the 10-yard line forward by a Lobo defender, and it helped him get in the end zone. Russell missed his first extra point. This one, though, clean and true. Take a 1-minute timeout as the Red Raiders respond. 20-13. You're watching Tyler ISD Athletics presented by B&G Law.
I was actually involved in a rear-end collision, and I was injured. It's not a fair and perfect world. Sometimes you have to have an attorney, and I just happen to know a good one. If you were to hire them, they're not going to promise you the world and under-deliver. I received a pretty sizable amount of compensation. It would have been a nightmare if I hadn't reached out to Biggs and Greenslake.
We always dreamed of upgrading our car, but trying to navigate it all, it felt like being lost in a maze. Then we found Kelly Community, where someone finally helped us find the way. They listened, asked questions, built a plan that worked for us, with competitive rates, simple approvals, and real rewards for.
Back here from Rose Stadium, Boston Russell again tees it up. Another high short kick, again right at the 34-yard line. A fair catch for Jackson. I mean, that was the exact same play as we just saw moments ago. So here comes the Longview offense, who has had no problem scoring points. In the way their defense was looking early, it looked like they might run away with it early, but Tyler Legacy, a couple big kick returns, and they're still writing this game a one-score game.
Look like the Raiders have come to play on tonight, doing a really good job on the offensive end, scoring some points. Looking forward to the defense here, trying to get a stop. They've been doing some pretty good things as far as in the run game, I think so, for last drive, but we got to stop those receivers making those big plays downfield.
Twins out to the right. Hamilton, a quick screen. It's caught by Herndon. Made a cut, made another cut, and he's got about 9. They continue to go to Jaden Herndon, who's been huge in this first half.
Yeah, they're trying to give him the ball any way they can. Downfield, quick screen. They're trying to get it to him. I mean, I understand why. He's a good player.
We'll take a 45-second timeout as the end of the first quarter is here. 20-14 after 1. You're watching Tyler ISD Athletics presented by B&G Law. Welcome back here from Rose Stadium as we get ready to start the second quarter. The teams will flip sides. Longview will have the football at about the 43-yard line, a 2nd and 1 out of the break. A lot of scoring in that first quarter. Longview has already gotten it into the end zone 3 times, trying to do it once more. 2nd and 1, the give straight ahead, and not much room. I don't think the first down was made that time by the Lobos. The ball carrier was McCaden Frazier, who had the touchdown. But it's going to be 3rd and a yard, got nothing.
Very good job right there up front. I like what I saw. First person hit, next person was grabbing and ripping at the ball. Man, that's the way to do it.
3rd and 1. We'll see if Longview tries to blast ahead again. They're out of the shotgun. Heavy stacked box for the Red Raiders. It's a give straight up the middle. It's blown up.
Lost
a couple, and it's going to be 4th down and 3. And I would think the Lobos are going to have to punt, and they will.
Gabriel Ramon. Man, he shot at the backfield, shot into the backfield like a cannon. Very good play right there.
Big TFL, and the Red Raiders happy to get off the field. That's a 3 and out. DJ Owens back to return. That's one of those, if you're an old school Longview football fan, you are not happy at all with the play call. You're thinking power eye, do whatever you can, get the quarterback under the center. Instead, the shotgun handoff just doesn't work on back-to-back plays.
That's very good right there by the Raider defense. Love to see it. Got that first 3 and out.
Snap, punt, high in the air. My goodness, it's going to land at about the 27 and then roll out of bounds near the 25.
I'm so glad I didn't throw that there.
Micah Harris and McCaden Frazier were tied up at the end of the play. The punt is going to travel about 30 yards in the air off the right foot. It was one of those rollout punts from Jordan Hobbs.
That was a really good punt. The air, I mean, his
That was one of the highest punts I've seen in the stadium.
Man.
I mean, that was a missile into the air.
They had plenty of time to cover. They were all kind of standing down there waiting on it.
Pearl Jackson is back in the game. Spent the last couple series on the sideline after being injured on the first series. He's back. Ready to pass. He'll throw to the sideline. And TK Brown on the catch.
Hold it.
I
Good,
believe
good.
he got the first. And he did. First and 10 here from the 36-yard line. TK Brown's second catch of the night. Tyler Legacy back in moving. Gray will hand off to Pearl Jackson. Straight ahead. He got through the first couple, and then he moves across the 45 up to about the 48-yard line. Nice run.
Very nice run.
Tyler Legacy moving quick with that fast-paced tempo. Gray will hand, no, play action. He'll throw to the sideline. He got Owens, makes a move, and he almost got around the corner, but he's got a first down to the 41.
Good job.
And this is where you really got to get that tempo kicking.
RPO.
That was a good pull that time by Gray. Could have handed it off. Instead, he found Owens wide open.
Very good.
Offense moving here at the 40. Gray, he'll give to Jackson straight ahead, and he pushed forward for a yard. Second down and 9. Looks like Zach Davis is still moving around, trying to stay warm on that sideline. He has the helmet on, but we haven't seen any of him yet. Second down, 9 yards to go. Looks like Harris Brownlow is in the game at the receiver spot, top of your screen. Pistol look again. It's an RPO.
Oh, no.
Fumbled the ball to Jackson. It's on the turf, and here we go. The Lobos have it the other way.
Good tackle.
Down is big 65, Chaston Wrighton. The second fumble of the night for the Red Raiders, and their offensive drive comes to a halt.
Man, the first one I understood, you know what I mean? He was swallowed up in the pocket pretty quickly. But that one right there is just careless, man. When you got a guy on you, especially big D lineman, you got to put two hands on the ball. At that point, there's no stiff arming going on.
Looked like it got ripped away by number 88, Phillip Hamilton. His first forced fumble of the year. The defensive line continues to play well for the Lobos in a short field for their offense. Big play for Longview. We'll see if the Red Raider defense can punch back a bit. They got a 3-and-out there last time. Looks like Mason Washington the back here. Couple of tight ends. And Hamilton will pass. Looking long. Instead, he'll check down. Nearly intercepted. Ethan Brown nearly had his second interception in as many weeks. He read that.
Yeah, he did. If he could have dropped back maybe even just one more yard in the coverage, I think he would have got his hands right on that one.
The way to kind of neutralize the RPO in terms of making big plays, the RPO, obviously, it's kind of that one-read look. If you have a linebacker or safety in zone coverage who reads that right away, that's an easy interception if you're not careful with it.
It most definitely is. I know their quarterbacks, he got a pretty good arm, so he tries to fit it in that window, but he was almost costly right there.
Pistol look, and it was actually a broken play. Hamilton, though, keeping it himself, and he's going to get a first down. Brown with a late hit on Hamilton along the sidelines, and I think they'll let him play on. I don't know if Brown maybe just lost his footing, but it will be a first down for Longview, and a missed opportunity there for Tyler Legacy. It was a broken play.
It most definitely was. The quarterback turned one way and the running back went the other, but he was able to use his legs and expand it and get it first down. So, I mean, good job by the quarterback there.
Smart decision for sure that time by Hamilton, deciding, hey, I'll just take off with it. Hamilton has done nice work as a runner this year, although he hasn't ran a ton. Does have nearly 300 rushing yards. He'll pass here, looking quickly, and that's dangerous. Herndon, 15, and finally knocked down at about the 10-yard line. Kemp on the stop, first and goal, Lobos. Actually, it's going to be first and 10. The ball marked at about the 11-yard line. Washington will check out of the game. Tim Sanders' offense still clicking, trying to punch it in from the red zone once again. They've done good work down there so far today. 3 trips to the red zone and 3 touchdowns. As a unit coming in, Tyler Legacy giving up touchdowns at about a 68% rate in the red zone. Fairly decent. Straight quarterback keeper here, Hamilton, and nice stop, Austin Humber.
Yeah, he dove his nose into that one. Very good stop.
Gain of a couple, maybe 3. And here comes a bigger set. Tight end checking in. If I'm Longview here, I'm really just considering finding a way to get Jaden Herndon the ball any way you can.
I like that. But like you said, I'm sure some of those old school fans want to see them just use all 4 of these here to pound their way.
They will throw, looking for the corner route.
There he
Open
is.
touchdown. A miscommunication that time on the back end for Tyler Legacy. It looked like they had the play read at first, but Herndon develops open and a touchdown. His second of the night, 2-score lead for Longview. It was a hitch and then the post corner. It looked like the 2 Tyler Legacy defenders were in good position initially, and then both of them froze, kind of thinking who's taking it, and neither did. Easy touchdown. Low snap, but the extra point by Ayala is up, and it is good as we will take a 45-second timeout. You're watching Tyler ISD Athletics presented by B&G Law. Back here as we pick up out of the touchdown from Longview. They lead 27-13 here, nearly halfway done with this second quarter. Over in Burleson, Tyler High gets a field goal, short field goal right before halftime. They've cut it to 28-17. They will receive the second half kickoff. Squib kick here, staying way away from the deep kick, but Malone will have a chance. 20-25 up near the 30 before he is finally pushed back. And Tyler Legacy will come out offensively fresh off a fumble there last time. I would imagine Kason Gray still the quarterback on this series, and he will be. Couple of tight ends will jog on the field as we get ready to start this drive. Tyler Legacy trailing by a couple of scores. Last time out, just a fumble really negated a lot of momentum.
It did. We were putting together a pretty good drive there. But like you say, a fumble kind of killed it. But hopefully they've still got some wind behind themselves and we can get out here and do it again.
Bam White will start at running back here this drive. Under pressure, Gray. He's going to take off with his legs. Got around a couple.
There you
still
go.
on the move. And a first down as he lowers the shoulder. Right near the sideline, Decaden Carter takes the brunt of it. First down, Tyler Legacy. We've seen Kason Gray utilize his legs a lot more in recent weeks, and that time was a good decision.
Oh, yeah, very good. I think he should have did that. On the couple plays that he fumbled, maybe even should have got out of there. But he's trying to be patient in the pocket, so I understand it.
Here's Bam White, a solid run ahead, a late push. Longview was kind of lingering around him.
Keep on going.
The push finally blown dead at the 48-yard line. I think Bam White got a couple of extra yards out of that. Longview thought it was going to be ruled dead. Quick movement for the Raider offense here. Longview scrambling to get set up. Quick hitter, Brown, nice catch. And he will get a first down across midfield. Gray got that ball out so quickly. Brown was barely out of the hitch route to see it, but he does secure it.
And that's how you want it, man. When he's making that last pop to turn his head, the last break, that break step, when that ball coming out. Very good pass. Very good catch.
Gray to pass again. Looking downfield for Brown. Knocked away. Decaden Carter, and That was a nice play, but I'll tell you, Von Lane developed open late over the middle.
I didn't see Von Lane come open because I was watching the pass go to Brown there. But that's the read you want, though, with that coverage, right? With that, what am I trying to say? Oh, that's the read you want. Got to put it right in between the corner and the safety. He did it, but just the corner had a good time to recover.
Play action, Gray on the move.
Oh, Jesus.
And he is tackled for a short loss. Had Lane in the backfield that time as they faked it to Lane. Gray under pressure, and he goes down for a short loss.
To fix what I was trying to say, cover two. And that cover two look, that is what you want to do. You want to hit him in the whole shot. Want to get it right between the corner and the safety, and that's what he was going for, just wanted to connect.
Third down and about 15 now after that sack. Obvious passing down for Tyler Legacy, who would love to have a first down. You've got one-on-one at the top of your screen. Great a pass, bubble screen. Owens has got it with a little bit of space. 45, knocked out of bounds at about the 44-yard line. And I think this is position where you go for it. It's actually going to be marked at the 43, 4th and 5 in no man's land. I don't think this is even a decision. You go for this.
Oh, most definitely.
So they go with the short pass on the bubble screen. Owens with some space, picks up nice yardage, about 9. Longview with a late sub. Are they going to get their guys off the field? Tyler Legacy tried the quick snap. The flag is now thrown. It looked like the official was holding up movement with the subs coming on. We'll see what we have here.
I mean, the ball was snapped. That's got to be a penalty. I know he's not just going to set the ball down and say, hey, I was holding it.
And
whoa, why is he facing this way?
And appears this is going to be ruled a false start against Tyler Legacy. The official was holding on to the defensive lineman, allowing Longview to make that late sub. But you're right, the ball was on the ground and it was snapped.
False start is incorrect call. Nobody moved.
We'll see where I think they're going to mark it at the original spot.
That would be the right thing to do. If you're going to do anything, if you're not going to move it in favor of the Raiders, you leave it where it is.
I think that's right. I think maybe a miscommunication between Miller and the referee more than anything else. It was definitely not a penalty on Tyler Legacy. Longview was late getting on the field. Were they allowed that sub is the question, and now Longview's coaches incensed on their sideline asking for an explanation. Everybody's about ready to play, and the back judge and the side judge are talking with the Longview coaching staff about 20 steps onto the field. They had talked with the Legacy coaching staff before moving it back to its original spot. And we're going to basically just have what we had to start, which is a 4th and 6 from the 38-yard line.
My goodness.
They need the 32. Longview not showing a ton of heat. 3 down linemen plus the edge for the Lobos. Gray will take the snap, just 4 rush. Looking, firing into the flat. It's caught. White tried to make a move, but he stumbled and couldn't get away. Turnover on downs. Nice closing speed that time to Caden Carter again amongst those in on the stop. And Longview with the stop. Turnover on downs. That's a tough one. Gray was pressured late. Had to get rid of it. Checked it down to White. And White kind of stumbling backwards. Didn't have any room to move.
He didn't have any room to move. I don't know what the concept was, the route concept on this side of the field where White slipped into the flat to catch the ball, because you never want to slip someone into the flat when you've got 2 guys right there under 10 yards sitting there. There's really no room. There's too many defenders over there. Nobody went deep. All receivers were right there. I don't know what that concept was, but
Longview's got the football back. Play action, throwing, and off the hands of the intended receiver. It looked like a couple of Lobos could have caught that. The one that actually put his hands on the football was Jordan Hobbs.
Yeah, like you said, it looked like a couple of them. It looked like it just went right past a bunch of them. I don't know if anybody knew
it was Herndon who was the initial receiver. I thought it was to. He kind of let the ball go, and Hobbs, I think he was surprised the ball got through.
Right.
3 receivers again for Longview's aired it out a ton here in this first half. Design quarterback keeper for Hamilton, who's got upfield. Amir Gaines makes the tackle. That's his first varsity tackle, the sophomore. It'll be 3rd and short. Well, you stopped him on a 3rd and short earlier. And this is one Tyler Legacy wants if they want to stay in this game.
Most definitely.
You've got a chance here on 3rd down. Last time Longview ran it. With the success they've had throwing the ball here tonight, I don't think it's a stretch on 3rd and 2 to think they might go to the pass.
Let's see what they come out in.
It's a widespread look. One tight end in Cy Marsh. It's like one-on-one coverage everywhere. 3rd and 2. Option play. Hamilton, a late pitch. Washington got the edge. He's got a first down and still running. A late flag pops in the area of where Ethan Brown touched Washington. And we will check the penalty. If this is against the Red Raiders, Longview is going to get a big chunk. Lobos are starting to move backwards. And it's going to be a hold against Longview. We'll see where it's marked. It'll be right near where the first down was. It's going to be a first down.
First down.
With the holding penalty downfield, it marks you back 10, but thrown about 13 yards downfield, Longview will pick up a free first down. Penalties have hurt Legacy tonight. That one nearly hurt Longview. Hamilton with 3 receivers again. We're under 5 minutes to play in the first half. Middle give. Washington got a couple, maybe 5 actually, ridden down by Luke Allen. So we tick down near 4 minutes to play in this first half. We'll get the halftime score update. The start of the 3rd quarter. Logan and Cody will get us there. Actually, they'll get us at the end of the first half and the start of the 3rd quarter with the score updates around not only District 10 6A, but District 7 of 5A D1. Second down, 4 yards to go. Love to see the defense force a turnover. With 4 on the play clock, Longview is going to take their second timeout of the half, as we'll take a 30-second timeout. You're watching Tyler ISD Athletics presented by B&G Law.
I always dreamed of upgrading our car, but trying to navigate it all, it felt like being lost in a maze. Then we found Kelly Community, where someone finally helped us find the way. They listened, asked questions, built a plan that worked for us. With competitive rates, simple approvals, and real rewards for loyalty, we finally felt in control. Now, we're not just driving a car, we're driving toward our future, backed by a team we trust. Kelly Community Federal Credit Union. Feels good to do more.
Welcome back here from Rose Stadium. Longview taking their second timeout of the first half. This is a big drive, JT. Longview could go 2 for 1 if they play it right. Up 2 scores, they get the ball out of half.
It's a definite possibility. Still having 2 timeouts on the. Did it? Yeah. No. Is that 1?
Yeah, 1 timeout.
1 timeout.
One timeout.
Okay, I thought they had 2.
Well, they took. Remember, they had to take a timeout.
That's right.
Earlier with almost 0 on the play clock.
I remember that. Well, having 1 timeout would be a little tougher, but the way they've been moving the ball is definitely still a possibility. But I think, or the outcome I hope will happen, we can get another stop here, and we'll have just enough time, especially having the timeouts that we have, to march down and make a good drive and maybe get into the end zone one more time before halftime comes.
Off the timeout, the Lobos back in the shotgun. Cy Marsh, the tight end. Here's the design quarterback keeper. Hamilton off to the left. He'll push ahead. He'll be about a yard short of a first down. And I'll tell you what, I think what Longview is trying to do with that design quarterback run is run it a few times and then eventually sneak somebody out into the passing game. Sneak out a tight end.
I like the way you think.
Couple quarterback keeper. It really feels like calling that play twice in about 4 plays is setting you up for maybe that.
Very true. It could even be that they leak out the lead blocker. You know, the quarterback takes, let's say Hamilton takes 1 or 2, 3 hard steps upfield as if he's going to run it, and then the lead blocker just slips the outside backer and keeps on going down the sideline. Could be a play like that. You never know.
Under center here, the Lobos will hand it off. Washington up the middle. He'll bounce for a first down, thrown down at the 36 by Jaden Kemp. 1st and 10 here at the 36-yard line. The Lobos continuing to move as we near 3 minutes to play here in this first half.
Seems like the way they're hitting the ground and allowing the time to run down in the play clock, they want this to be the last drive.
Yep. The big formation will sub out Washington to the side. Actually, both Washingtons, Jaden the tight end, Mason the tailback to the sideline, a couple of extra receivers. 3 in the formation here for Longview. Hamilton, he'll roll to the left here. This one he'll throw, and he'll flip into the flat. Caught, quickly tackled by Austin Humber. That was Jaden Herndon again for about 7.
One thing I'll say about Humber, man, he's one of the best we have at tackling in space. Does a really good job making tackles in space.
And Herndon down that time. Yeah, you're right on the money. Longview's trying to take this down as low as they can and potentially score a touchdown right before the half.
Oh, yeah.
They do have a pretty reliable kick game as well. Diego Ayala has been pretty solid in that kick department this year. Here's a pass. Legacy with a stacked box. Throwing on the wheel. Tipped and caught. A cutback at the 15, the 10, and down to the 7. Mason Washington. Great concentration on what potentially could have been a pick.
And that's the young sophomore, Amir Gaines, right there. He made his first tackle earlier, as you mentioned, and almost got his first interception as well. Oh, you just got to reel it in, man.
We'll hit the 2-minute timeout as we will step aside for 45. You're watching Tyler ISD Athletics presented by B&G Law. .158 to play here in this first half. 27-13 Longview, and they're on the doorstep of extending the lead. Lobos split 2 out to the right with 2 tight ends. Option keeper, Hamilton stiff-arming, trying to get the corner, and what a run will get him all the way to about the 1. I'll tell you what, I believe that was Jaden Kemp who brought the brunt that time of Hamilton, about 6'5" and 230. They're going to mark him down at the 2-yard line. Kemp will depart, as well as gains a couple of bigger players into the rotation. Pierce and Sibley, no timeout from Tyler Legacy as Longview ran out of bounds. Hamilton under center. He'll hand off straight ahead and working his way into the end zone, McCaden Frazier. Longview is hit back, and they lead by 3 scores.
Unfortunately, for Longview, they left a little too much time on the clock. Gives Red Raiders an opportunity to come back out before the half and get another chance at scoring. We've got 3 timeouts left, so.
Some pressure on the offense for sure. Longview does get the score they wanted, but you're right, they did leave about 1:48 in all 3 timeouts. Ayala on for the extra point. Longview trying to extend the lead. PAT sails through. Longview has made it a 21-point game. 1:48 to play in the first half. You're watching Tyler ISD Athletics presented by B&G Law. 1:48 left in this first half. Longview getting ready to kick away again. It's been kind of an adventure on the kickoff team for the Lobos today. A couple of really long returns they kicked away. Conventionally one time to Demaria Malone. Huge return. An attempted squib kick to Jaden Walden. Huge return. Last time they got a squibber actually down, and Malone got it to about the 30. You'd like a big return here to set you up with good field position. Like I said before the break, all the pressure right now on the offense after the score by Longview. High pooch kick towards the sideline. On to get it, Malone. It's tipped, and he does fall on it at about the 25-yard line. Fortunate there to get on it.
Man.
I'll tell you what. De Luna, the kickoff man for Longview, executed that about as well as you can do.
Definitely did. And what they wanted there, the Raiders, they knew it was high enough where if they communicated a little sooner, that Malone could have got up under and they still could have had a return. But I think the safe thing to do there is for your end there to just go ahead and catch it for a fair catch and just take the field position.
1st and 10 here for Tyler Legacy. Minute 48 on the clock. And off here, off to the left, Pearl Jackson for a couple. They do have all 3 timeouts, so you got to go up tempo, but you're not in a super big hurry. Do have to go a long way, though. Some time waning off before this play as Gray, a little bit of a wide snap, gets under it, throws over the middle, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jackson at the 45. He's got a chance to run it back and finally knocked out of bounds inside the 20. A late hit on Kason Gray at the end of the play and a flag right by him, and Gray is hurt. We'll have to check the replay, but Gray took an absolute licking. Oh, man, that's dirty. That is real dirty.
Wow.
Gray got hit low at the knees, and he is down on the field.
I mean, that's not a block attempt. That's a tackle.
He went right for the knees after the play, and hopefully Kason Gray is okay. I got to say, Bradley Williams, I am not a fan of that hit whatsoever. I believe it was Williams on that block. That was after the play on the quarterback. I don't know. It's going to be called clipping against Longview. Going to set him back about 15, but after the turnover, the Lobos set up in good position. They have the ball at about the 33-yard line. Rather, that was not, I apologize, that was not Bradley Williams. That was Jaden Bates. 1st and 10, Twins off to the left. Longview to pass. Hamilton looking left. He's throwing left, and it is caught sinking down at about the 23-yard line. Nice grab that time. The first time we've called Sean Davis's name. Longview on the move as we tick down near a minute. They still have a timeout and a 3-score lead. To pass again, Hamilton. He's looking long. That deep corner for Herndon, and it's incomplete. Just overshot him with Boone in coverage. Is a flag in the backfield, and we're going to get a holding penalty here against Beckett Cox, the center.
Glad for the holding, but I wish the clock was still running. Incomplete pass, so it gives them a little time to set up here and get a play call off. And as we just saying, they're probably going to try another deep shot again. 1st and 20.
34-yard line. The holding penalty does probably put you out of field goal range. Some motion pre-snap. Hamilton will pass as he rolls to the right. He's got a lot of room. He's just going to take off with it. 30-25, knocked out of bounds right near the 21-yard line by Harris. So that'll get all of it back and then some. Out of bounds with 39 seconds to go at the 22-yard line. The kicker Ayala this year, 4 for 5. His long is 36. So you're right at the edge of his range. Looking on the comeback and incomplete, nearly intercepted off the hands of Hobbs. Brown and Sivley in the area. That was another one. A tip ball this time by Longview as Hobbs couldn't haul it in. And nearly intercepted. This is a big third down in terms of what Longview is going to be able to accomplish on this drive. If you don't gain anything here, it's going to make it a tough field goal for Ayala of nearly 40 yards.
The way they got 3 out to the left, I would assume they're going to send, I think Herndon is going to come right across the middle here. Oh.
Hamilton looking, flush from the pocket, directing traffic. He'll lob towards the end zone. Actually, no, that's more towards the sideline, incomplete. Just a throwaway. It's going to bring up fourth down at about 8, and we'll see what Longview decides to do.
It's a very interesting concept they just ran there. Nobody came across the field into the middle, roll out to the left.
It was kind of one of those deep rollouts, too. You're banking on somebody getting open long.
That's definitely what it was. Kind of one of those extension type plays, just hoping somebody gets down there and finds some green.
Longview with the timeout as we'll keep it here. 27 seconds to play again. We'll get a halftime update at the conclusion of the first half and the start of the third quarter. Score is going on. It's halftime. Centennial and Tyler High 28-17 right now. One about to kick off in the second half. Other interesting scores from around both districts.
Well, would it be a fourth down? Reese, what do you think the plan is? You think they're just 27 seconds left to go for it, or they got a good kicker?
Ayala his long is 36. This would be about a 39-yard field goal. With the 3-score lead, I might think about just kicking here, but Longview has thrown the ball well.
I see. If I was Longview, I'm not going to lie, but you know me, I would just go for it.
Yeah, aggressive.
One-on-one.
And I think that's what they're doing.
Herndon. Yeah. And whoever you got, and let's see what happens is what I would do. And then even if they don't get it, the field position, they've got a long way. Even with 3 timeouts, 27 seconds, it'd be tough. Back to the 3-by-1 concept here. Oh.
Flags fly. Actually, no. Timeout.
Timeout. Okay.
And Tyler Legacy will take it as we'll take a 30-second with them. You're watching Tyler ISD Athletics presented by B&G Law.
Always dreamed of upgrading our car, but trying to navigate it all? It felt like being lost in a maze. Then we found Kelly Community, where someone finally helped us find the way. They listened, asked questions, built a plan that worked for us. With competitive rates, simple approvals, and real rewards for loyalty, we finally felt in control. Now, we're not just driving a car, we're driving toward our future, backed by a team we trust. Kelly Community Federal Credit Union. Feels good to do more.
Over and did a.
It's just because it wasn't a.
Back here from Earl Campbell Field as we hit the restart button. Fresh off a timeout for Tyler Legacy. And the Red Raiders back out on the field. It'll be fourth down at about 8.
Well, let's see what they end up trying to do here.
They're gonna go for it. They do have an extra receiver. Javier Glaive is out for the first time, and he trips wide to the left. Hamilton to pass, well protected. He'll throw towards the sideline. It is caught, yes, by Glaive at the 8-yard line.
Not a way to get 1 foot down. G even dragged the back foot. I know he only needs 1, but he's practicing.
End of the game for the first time, just his second reception of the season. Javier Glaive on 4th and 8 And the gamble pays off for Longview. They'll have a chance to get 6. You've got at least a couple of downs. You can't take a sack here if you're Hamilton with no timeouts. As they will run it here straight up the middle. Tackled at the 1. The clock will continue to wane. We're down to 12 seconds. Longview has to get set up. This could be a quarterback sneak. Ball set. Hamilton will take the snap, and he will actually spike it with 5 seconds to play. Well, Longview with a good gain, but I got to say, I'm a little surprised they decided to run the ball. You would have thought they had 3 shots at the end zone.
Well, look at that. They're bringing in the big boys. We definitely know what they're going for now.
Yep. Do not see a kicker. It is the big set. So 5 seconds to go, and Longview's going to play for it all. It's either a touchdown or no points.
Knuckle up.
3rd and a foot, and Bo Trahan running down the sideline to take a timeout. Well, it's 3rd and 1 here. You would think maybe quarterback keeper straight up that you got 1 play.
I'm not entirely sure what they're going to come out and do here, but I know it is going up the middle. Whether it's the quarterback, fullback, running back, somebody's going up the middle. But this would also be a very good time to sneak somebody out really quick. A tight end right up the seam. Everybody's going to be playing right there at the goal line.
The ball is marked at realistically exactly the 1 yard line. So you need 3 feet if you're Longview, and they're back out on the field with the offense. It is a giant set. 2 tight ends, a fullback, and then the receiver in the game. Remember, Jaden Herndon here. Watch out.
That is the option too. 1-on-1 in the boundary, maybe. Well, he split out wide.
Yeah, I don't think Herndon's getting the football. I thought maybe they would have him split in close. It is a shotgun look. Hamilton is going to blast straight ahead.
Oh, we got him.
He didn't get it. He's tackled as time expires in the first half. Longview turned away at the end of the first half. Are you surprised by that call? Another shotgun?
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't have did that. I would, but hey, I'm glad they did. I'm glad we got a stop. Good defensive stop right there going into the half. So very proud.
So Tyler Legacy does get off the field with the first half stop. Overall, a tough first half on the scoreboard for the Red Raiders, but it hasn't been complete Longview domination. It's been a lot of self-inflicted mistakes if you're Tyler Legacy. That's the one thing you can kind of hang your hat on. Hey, we kind of shot ourselves in the foot in the first half. We can do this better in the second half.
Most definitely. Down 3 scores and have 3 turnovers. They scored off just about every one. So you can't have those. You got to minimize mistakes, minimize turnovers in the second half, and it could be a very different ball game.
We'll get a halftime update now from Logan and Cody, as Logan will give you the update from over in the Tyler High district.
So Highland Park is winning against Joshua 31-3. Red Oak is winning against Cleburne 24-14, and Centennial is winning against Tyler High 28-17.
All those games are at halftime outside of the Highland Park game. Cody will tell you about the other games in 10-6A.
Royce City playing Rockwall Heath. Rockwall Heath is leading that game 24-21. Rockwall and Forney. Rockwall's leading that game 35-28. All in going into halftime.
Forney and Rockwall competing potentially for that last spot in the district. We're going to step aside here as it's gone to halftime. We will play all the festivities that do go on at halftime. The Mean Green Marching Machine on the other side getting ready to take the field against the Red Raider Band. Tyler Legacy and Longview halftime score 34-13. You're watching Tyler ISD Athletics presented by B&G Law.
I was actually involved in a rear-end collision, and I was injured. It's not a fair and perfect world. Sometimes you have to have an attorney, and I just happen to know a good one. If you were to hire them, they're not gonna promise you the world and under-deliver. I received a pretty sizable amount of compensation. It would have been a nightmare if I hadn't reached out to Biggs and Greenslake.
We always dreamed of upgrading our car, but trying to navigate it all? It felt like being lost in a maze. Then we found Kelly Community, where someone finally helped us find the way. They listened, asked questions, built a plan that worked for us. With competitive rates, simple approvals, and real rewards for loyalty, we finally felt in control. Now, we're not just driving a car, we're driving toward our future, backed by a team we trust. Kelly Community Federal Credit Union. Feels good to do more.
I was like 5 feet in front of him and he threw it 30 feet over my head.
The Longview Independent School District proudly presents the award-winning Longview High School Logo Band. This is the Big Green Marching Machine. Captain Anonymous, Dr. Ryan Peavy, UT Taco, and Rugged Warrior. Thank you for your kind attendance to tonight's performance, and go Lobos! Ladies and gentlemen, join me in viewing a spectacular halftime show presented to you by Kaiser Legacy High School. We invite you to sit back and enjoy the incredible Southern Cal Drill Team and the fabulous Red Raider Band. Officers are Captain Casey Setko, Officer McCartney Campbell, Officer Warren Gray, Officer Zoe Lee, and Officer Ariana Sandrini. Assistant officers are Captain Caitlin Reinhardt, Vice President James Burrito, Special Relations Officer Eric Lindsay, Organizing Officer Nicholas Lombardo and Steve Sanders, and Party Planner Ariana Powers, Party Planning Team Ariana Hoffman, Chaplain Ariana Valenti, Social Media Manager Maria Smith, Birthday Celebrant is Mackenzie Wiley. Your soloist is Kelly Cole. And now, the Southern Belle will perform their field conga theme to Runaway Baby. Tyler Legacy High School and the Tyler Independent School District proudly present the Tyler Marching Band. The dedicated band is Everett Kaluga, Vanessa Lucia, Jamie Lee, and Garrett Sanders. The section of the week is the tuba. Hopeful is Nick Gasquez. That is Nathan Laredo. Featuring is Emory Press. The Red Raiders Marching Band Band.
I was actually involved in a rear-end collision, and I was injured. It's not a fair and perfect world. Sometimes you have to have an attorney, and I just happen to know a good one. If you were to hire them, they're not gonna promise you the world and under-deliver. I received a pretty sizable amount of compensation. It would have been a nightmare if I hadn't reached out to Biggs and Greenslake.
We always dreamed of upgrading our car, but trying to navigate it all, it felt like being lost in a maze. Then we found Kelly Community, where someone finally helped us find the way. They listened, asked questions, built a plan that worked for us. With competitive rates, simple approvals, and real rewards for loyalty, we finally felt in control. Now, we're not just driving a car, we're driving toward our future, backed by a team we...
Welcome back here from Rose Stadium. Hope you enjoyed the halftime performance. Quite the gap between halftime with the Longview band and the Tyler Legacy band as a short kick here is fielded about the 34, and immediately Longview with some juice, but a flag will be thrown in behind the play up to about the 49-yard line on the return that time for the Lobos. It was Mason Washington. Where it was thrown, though, probably tells you that could be holding, and the ball now being walked back on the holding penalty. So 34-13, just underway here in the second half. Longview ahead of Tyler Legacy. Legacy with some self-inflicted mistakes and some good football for the Lobos. In the first half, they hold this commanding lead, trying to add on to it as we start here in the third.
To add to what you're saying, we saw some decent things from the Raiders in the first half. Man, they were able to put up some quick points, kind of compete in the first quarter. Kind of didn't do anything there in the second quarter. But let's see if they can get it going back here with the offense again. I know we had some costly turnovers, which can kill your momentum, but hopefully they got a good break there at halftime and can come out and dominate.
Hamilton to pass here on first down, right to Jacaden Davis, who puts his foot in the turf and turns upfield. He's got a first down. Productive play to start for Longview, who continues to air it out.
Yeah, they've had their way in the passing game, whether deep or short, hitting guys really quick on screens and guys deep in the passing game. They've been doing a really good job spreading it around, too. I know they were favoring Herndon at first, but they started spreading the love around as well.
1st and 10. Play action. Hamilton to throw over the middle. He's got his man, and it's Davis again who makes a stiff arm. Ripping at it are the Red Raiders, and the helmet of Davis pops off at the end of the play, but it will be another first down for Longview. The sister-to-sister cookies have made their way up into the booth.
Always the favorite part of the night for me. Yes.
I'll take a small bite and save the rest for later.
Take a bigger bite.
These things, man. Unbelievable. Handoff straight up the middle. This one is stonewalled. Nice stop that time. Luke Allen. It's the first to greet Mason Washington after a gain of 1.
I'll tell you what, we've got an energetic crowd tonight.
Yeah, they are making their feelings known from the stands.
Oh, yeah.
It's not really been super loud on either side. A good crowd from Longview out for the game here tonight.
Yeah, they were able to make the commute. Not too far, about a 45-minute drive
this
down
is
31.
Longview always travels pretty well, and this is by far their shortest commute in the district. They have some long trips. Play action.
Going
Hamilton
deep.
Throwing long. He's got Herndon, and
he dropped it.
He dropped it in the corner of the end zone. He did not secure, and it's going to be now 3rd down and 9. Pass falls incomplete on the play. So now it's going to be 3rd and 9. Longview with the football.
That was actually a very good pass and catch opportunity. I mean, if the quarterback put the ball right where he could get it, had the cornerback trailing by a step, put it where he had to lunge for it a little bit, got it in his arms, but contact with the ground, boom, just came out, man. It was a tough one to haul in.
Long throw on 3rd and 9,
wow.
low, and what a catch.
Yeah.
No, it was not made. Official says no catch for Sean Davis.
I won't argue with that call, but I thought Davis scooped that one up.
Right away, signaling incomplete, so the drop touchdown is going to hurt the Lobos, who have definitely left some points on the board tonight. Getting stopped on 3rd and goal as time expired in the first half, and then right there, a drop touchdown by Herndon will bring on the punt team 4th down. So Longview, some self-inflicted mistakes set them behind the 8 ball, and a punt here for Hobbs. Jordan Hobbs, his first punt went 31 yards. Late sub for the Lobos getting in.
That's an unheard of one. That was the long snapper.
The play clock is at 0, and Longview is just going to take the delay of game. This is a field position strategy, if nothing else. Give more room for Hobbs to boot it down there. Longview faked an extra point earlier in this game. I don't think we're going to have a fake punt here.
Woo,
but
go,
we
go,
do have
go.
a bad snap. Hobbs picks it up, and he does a fantastic job to turn and kick. And this ball's going to roll all the way inside the 20 and down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. What an incredible play by Jordan Hobbs, the punter.
Yeah, that's amazing. I mean, you got 3 or 4 black jerseys almost right there in your grill. He just picks it up, doesn't panic, doesn't try to run it, do anything special, boots it right off of that leg of his and gets it all the way down inside the 10, making it a very long way to go for the Red Raiders.
First down and 10 here from the 10-yard line. And look at that. Zach Davis is in the game here to start the second half. His first snaps of 2025 as they gave us to Pearl Jackson. He got back to the line of scrimmage. So Davis is into the game. Last year's starting quarterback, he started all 10 games. And he's back here off the leg injury suffered in spring practice. First game of 2025. Davis, his first passing attempt here is off the hands of Bo Slaughter, who was open. Would have been a first down. Instead, it'll be 3rd and 10.
I mean, it didn't look like he missed a step there. Very catch, set, feet, pass.
Davis last year, nearly 2,200 yards passing, 15 touchdowns. 3rd and 10. Here comes a rush for Longview. The quick throw to the outside. Brownlow was open, but the pass behind him would have been Brownlow's first catch of the year. And a couple of incompletions will spell a punt here for Tyler Legacy.
I'm gonna give Davis some grace right there. Pass might have been a little bit behind him, but I don't think Brownlow was intending that he was gonna get that. He did have 2 on him, leaving the receiver right there open in the flats. But I like that play right there by Davis trying to go ahead and get to the sticks. But that's all right. First time back in the saddle. It's gonna be some hiccups.
Luke Sanders halfway into his end zone will have to get it away. Line drive that'll bounce near the 38 and takes a Longview bounce back to about the 33-yard line. That's just going to be a 23-yard punt on the bad roll. So the Tyler Legacy defense back out on the field facing a short field. Longview will get it back right near where they had to punt last time. And the Lobo offense back out on the field. Just a couple of punts for Longview. Remember, a few moments ago on a bad snap, Jordan Hobbs, if he's unable to punt that ball, Tyler Legacy has it with great field position. Instead, Hobbs with a miraculous punt gets it away, and then a 3-and-out by the defense. Good field position for the Lobo offense. And here goes Mason Washington right through the middle, and he is gone. Touchdown, Longview.
Didn't take much time at all right there. One play. Signed, sealed, and delivered right into the end zone.
Straight up the middle. Touchdown, Longview. Some folks are starting to head to the exits here at Rose Stadium. .9:13 to play here in the third quarter. Ayala on for the extra point. He hasn't missed one yet today. That one nearly blocked, but he does scissor it through the uprights. Gives Longview a 41-13 lead. We'll hit a 45-second timeout. You're watching Tyler ISD Athletics presented by B&G Law. .13 to play in this third quarter. Longview strikes first to open the second half, and they take a commanding 4-score lead. Lobos to kick, end over end downfield, and this one returnable. Caught by Owens at about the 3. He's across the 20, 25 up the sideline, crosses the 30 before he's escorted out of bounds. And here comes the Tyler Legacy offense. Something to note, remember Zach Davis started the third quarter after Kason Gray was injured near the end of the first half. So not sure if it's injury related or not. I do not see Kason Gray right now on the sideline. For what it's worth, Davis is in at quarterback. Gray was injured following an interception return where he was knocked down late. Davis calling the signals here. As he'll throw on first down the slant, and it is intercepted behind his receiver, picked off. Longview will take it the other way. Here's Josiah Hill crossing the field, 25-20. Dragged down right there, and Longview forces another turnover. The 4th turnover of the night for the Red Raiders. That was one, JT. Zach just he saw the receiver, he threw it, but it kind of just floated on him behind his intended receiver, Brown.
Most definitely did. Like I say, we were speaking a little bit about it earlier during halftime, wondering if we were going to get to see Zach play a little bit here in the second half. And, man, you know, he built a great connection last year with some of those guys that are out there now, but that connection is not there now. I don't know what the practice reps were looking like during the game, during practice, if he was getting any or if Kason was taking them all, but I know he's got to refine a connection with the receivers.
Hamilton to throw over the middle. Oh, what a catch made at about the 4-yard line. Sean Davis through traffic, holding on. Looked like a Longview offensive lineman lost his helmet on the play. That was 52. First and goal, Longview. Have the ball at the 4-yard line. Shotgun look. Hamilton will hand to Washington, who knifes his way through the middle. He got maybe a yard or two. Second down. Longview trying to further extend the lead. We're up 3 scores at halftime. This would make it 5 scores. The lineup in the shotgun look again. 2 receivers far off to the left. It's a middle give. Washington pushing. I think he got in, and the far side official rules touchdown. Washington in for the second time here tonight. Longview just continues to pile on. 47-13 is the Lobo lead. Extra point coming. Again, Ayala to kick. And this one is blocked. It looked like Jaden Walden got his hand on it. It's blocked. And there is, I believe, a flag on the play. We'll see who it's on. Longview's PAT team is lingering around to see what the call will be, and it's going to be against Tyler Legacy. I think they're going to get an offsides on the play. I'm going to watch this replay back and see exactly who it is. It may have been Walton who actually blocked the kick, who got the head start. So a yard closer and a new try. This one, high snap, and Longview doesn't get it off. A flag flies as tackled is the holder and Trent Jackson. Let's check the flag.
We offsides again? I mean, what is this?
That time I felt like it was pretty even on the jump, but I think they were offsides. And it was Walton again offsides.
All right, well, now we better get ready for a 2-point play.
And it looks like Longview's saying, screw the extra point. We'll just go for 2 at this rate. So some defenders have to come back onto the field. The Longview offense coming onto the field. And Longview will go for 2 with the ball on the 1-yard line. A blocked extra point and then a tackle of the holder. Both go to the wayside. 2-point try coming. Hamilton under center. Heel hand straight up the middle and weaving his way in for the 2-point conversion is Frazier.
Come on, man.
And a late flag. A Longview offensive lineman knocked to the ground at the end of that play. And it looks like Legacy is going to be fined here for unsportsmanlike conduct. Wait for the official ruling, and Longview, I'm sure, will want to take that on the ensuing kickoff with the 2-point play. Correct, yeah, that is most definitely going to be unsportsmanlike conduct. They're going to get 50 on that. Darius Green on the penalty for shoving a Longview offensive lineman after the whistle. That'll take us to a 30-second timeout. You're watching Tyler ISD Athletics presented by B&G Law.
Always dreamed of upgrading our car, but trying to navigate it all? It felt like being lost in a maze. Then we found Kelly Community, where someone finally helped us find the way. They listened, asked questions, built a plan that worked for us. With competitive rates, simple approvals, and real rewards for loyalty, we finally felt in control. Now, we're not just driving a car, we're driving toward our future, backed by a team we trust. Kelly Community Federal Credit Union. Feels good to do more.
Following that unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on Tyler Legacy, it'll be a kickoff from the Red Raider 45. See if Longview decides to just boot it straight through the uprights, potentially, or just a squib kick. You are in good position if you want to try for that squib. And here's an onside try. Fair caught, and caught by Brownlow at the 34-yard line. Longview tries for the quick kick, but Brownlow alert hands.
Really smart heads-up play. He can't get hit. Fair catch. It took one bounce. If he gets hit, we already know what that is. It's going to be our ball anyway. Very good heads-up play right there. A lot of kids would have been like deer in headlights just sitting there waiting on it and got smoked.
Give Brownlow some credit. He looked pretty composed on that. Still looking around for Kason Gray on the sideline. I do not see him as of right now. Wish him for the best for him. He went down to a lower body injury in that first half. First and 10, Zach Davis back out on the field. The pistol look and the give straight up the middle will net Tyler Legacy about 6, maybe 7. Bam White that time. Looks like Kason Gray is near the medical tent, just kind of lingering. He is still dressed in pads, which is a good sign. As Davis play action, he'll try to redirect his receiver, and Owens downfield, but the pass overshot and incomplete. He just had nowhere to go with it that time.
Yeah, definitely didn't have anybody that was just clear-cut open.
And there is a flag down on the opposite side, near the Longview sideline, right at the line of scrimmage. May have been a late flag as well. We'll check it. Gray does look like he's moving around well on the sideline. It's going to be for an eligible receiver downfield. That is the downside of those RPO plays. If it takes too long to develop, you're going to get that ineligible man downfield call. Longview will take the penalty and make it 2nd and 8 instead of 3rd and 3. Flag flies right at the snap as the give is to White straight up the middle for a couple. And the line judge talking with Bo Trahan. It's going to be offsides on Longview, so Tyler Legacy will take this. Go right back to 2nd and 3. Checking on the Tyler High score. Not going well for the Lions tonight. It is not their night. It appears they are about to be upset by Burleson Centennial. Here's a nice run for Bam White.
All right.
Ripping through the defense. Got about 10 and a first down. So Tyler High is going to have to do some soul searching. Those playoff dreams are not quite set in stone yet. They'll be 2-2 in district coming into a huge home game against Midlothian next week. There's a straight give up the middle. White with a good push. The offensive line smacking White ahead for about 6.
Man, I tell you what, Bam always keeps his feet rolling, and he's gotten a couple of good pushes tonight. I think about 3 good pushes tonight where we've gotten an extra yard or 2.
Davis will hand to White off the left side as he stumbled, fell forward, got solid yardage. Looks like he's about a half a yard short of the first down. 3rd down for the Lobo defense. Looks like just 1 tight end in the game, no big set. 3 receivers. Again, straight up the middle to White, and he's right at the marker. We'll see where he's spotted at, but initial thinking says he's a tad short. And he is marked short. Actually, he might have lost a foot. So here comes the extra offensive lineman checking into the game. And it looks like Bo Slaughter is going, or there's Von Lane. Okay, so Von Lane is into the game. Davis checking out, a couple of receivers checking out. Luke Allen, the defensive lineman, in. It also looks like Hunter Bates, the offensive lineman, in. Actually, it's going to be Bam White, the direct snap, and he did not get it. Taken down about a yard short of the line of scrimmage in the first down, and it'll be a turnover on downs. The first time we've seen the direct snap to White, and he's stonewalled.
I don't think it was necessarily a bad play call. Direct snap to your running back. Got 2 extra offenders on that left side with an extra tight end over there and an extra O-lineman. Another tight end lead blocking. It's not really a bad call. Defense just did a good job reading it, picking it up, getting to the ball.
1st and 10, Longview. They have had no problem scoring points tonight and trying for more. Give a lot of credit to Hamilton, Trey Hamilton, the quarterback, who came into tonight with just 3 touchdown passes on the year despite throwing for 831 yards. Well, tonight, he's had no problems in the air. Straight give up the middle. Picking his way for a couple. Out of a couple of tackles was McCaden Frazier that time. Gain of about 4. Longview starting to milk some time off that clock. Came into this one 3-3, 1-1 in district. Remember, there's 5 teams, and Royce City's really hanging tough with Rockwall Heath. 31-28 in the 3rd quarter, potentially 6 teams. Tyler Legacy with the loss tonight is essentially eliminated from the playoff race, but you'll have 6 teams fighting for 4 spots. If Royce City's everything they're cracked up to be, there's a couple. That's going to mean 2 teams that are really, really solid at the 6A level are not going to be playing in the playoffs. This district's super deep.
Indeed, got a lot of good teams, a lot of good talent. and everybody plays hard. Everybody wants to compete.
Third down and about 3. Hamilton, another handoff straight up the middle. Frazier driving the legs. The second effort, I think, got him the first down. It's gone final. Tyler High falls to Burleson Centennial. 17-point loss, 42-25. Lions are really going to have to regroup heading into next week. A huge matchup against Midlothian. First and 10 from the 49. Hamilton, a shotgun look, and he'll throw. Looking for Davis on the out route, low and incomplete. Second down and 10. It's likely that we could see Jacaden Davis play some quarterback at some point during this game. The sophomore who's an athlete, play him all over the field as a runner, as a receiver, returner, and also the backup quarterback. Second down and 10. Hamilton takes the snap and throws on the slant or the post, but miscommunication that time with Davis.
Yeah, I think he threw that one a little prematurely. Didn't necessarily give the receiver enough time to set up his route, get out his break before the ball was thrown.
Longview had won 20 in a row in this series coming into tonight, and they are well on their way to making it 21. Last Red Raider win was on October 10th, 2003. It's been a while. Third down and 10 after 2 incomplete passes. Hamilton to throw again. He's pressured, rolling to the right, on the move. He fires to the sideline. Catch is made. That's Davis again. Got about half. We'll see what Longview does here on fourth down. Actually, they're going to give him about the 43-yard line. A little more than half. Looks like the Lobos will go for it. Frazier checking out for Caden Graves, running back into the game. Fourth down and a long 3. Hamilton to throw. Straight drop. He'll throw on the backfield. It's tipped and incomplete.
Very good. Very good play right there.
Luke Allen, the defensive end, dropping into coverage, and he got his paw on it before Hamilton could find his receiver. It's a stop on fourth down for the Red Raiders. The offense will come back out onto the field. Davis in the offense back in. Did see Kason Gray walking on the sideline a little bit ago, and he is back on the sideline. Standing there with his helmet off, Davis will begin another drive. Oshaman across the way, DJ Owens. Davis to throw here on first down. Has time, and now he'll throw towards the sideline and incomplete. Had nothing open in the direction of TK Brown, who was not open, but had to throw it somewhere. Josiah Hill, who had the interception earlier, in coverage. I'll tell you what, this Longview defense, they are solid.
Yeah, they are in all phases. DBs.
Pearl
Interior.
Jackson up the middle. Yeah, that interior early on was creating the chaos with the fumbles. Had a sack. I really think the defensive backs have played excellent today here for Longview. They've kind of minimized the big play. We haven't really seen any of those gigantic splash plays from Tyler Legacy tonight.
Definitely haven't. They've been doing a good job in the secondary, but I would like to give credit where it's due, man. They've done a good job, even assisting in the run game.
Run up the middle there and just nowhere to run. Look like helping plug it up front. It was big at number 65, Chaston Wrighton, along with 60, Jacorion Howard. Fourth down, punt team coming out again. Luke Sanders will drop back to punt. His last punt was fine on distance, but took a bad hop. Ended up being about 23 yards. Sanders waiting on the snap. Longview looks like they're going to rush. They pull off a little bit. Flag is down. The punt is away. The bounce at the 20 and roll. Well, no, Tyler Legacy doesn't dive on it. So the 27 will check the flag, though. If it is offsides, this would give the Red Raiders a first down. It's pre-snap, so probably either illegal formation or offsides, but the initial signal is that it is against Tyler Legacy. It will be. The penalty is declined. Longview football. Rockwell and Forney over in Forney. That appears to be a really good game. Tied at 35. Rockwell Heath and Royce City also in a tight one, 31-28. Royce City, and got to give a lot of credit to them. Andrew Colvin in his second year, really doing a nice job with the Bulldogs. Former Rockwell offensive coordinator. Handoff, or rather play action. The throw is off the hands of Davis.
A flag?
It's a flag. Came in on the opposite sideline. There's been a lot of flags here tonight.
Not sure what this one is for, especially since it was thrown after the pass was broken up.
And it is going to be against the Lobos. They will move backwards. Big shout out to Tyler Legacy Volleyball. I believe that I think they clinched tonight a playoff berth by beating Longview Volleyball 3-0. Sean Davis breaks off a tackle, and then it takes three of them to get him down. He's second down and about 9. Don't quote me on that, but I believe that does clinch a playoff berth for Tyler Legacy Volleyball with their win against Longview tonight. Got a home match on Tuesday coming up. 6:30 against Rockwall Heath. If you can join us right here again, youtube.com/@TylerISDAthletics. If you are tuning in, make sure to hit that like button. Click subscribe, turn on post notifications. Batted pass, nearly intercepted again.
Almost able to get to it.
Turn on those post notifications. You'll never miss a game. It helps us, and it helps you. It's been that kind of night. Just bad bounces, it feels like, in the secondary. There's been 5 or 6 passes tipped up that just have fallen to the turf.
Even the one earlier that we had in our hands and kind of deflected off of us. Had some opportunities here to make some big plays. Just haven't been able to get to them.
Hamilton motioning a man, and Hobbs across the way, looking long, throwing long. Davis caught it. Deep post, and he's finally dragged down inside the 35-yard line. Sean Davis wasn't really involved much in the passing game in the first half, but here in the second half, he's been their go-to guy.
I'll tell you what, man, that was a very good pass by Hamilton. Put it right between 2 red-rated defenders and right into the breadbasket for his intended receiver, which was Davis. That was very good. Good catch, good pass, very good play.
1st and 10, Longview. This will probably be the final play of the third quarter, if not for an incompletion. Hamilton to throw here as he rolls out to his right, takes off, he's got some space. 20, 15, and barrels his way down to about the 11. Jaden Walton, the man to finally bring him down. First down, Longview. The ball did roll out of bounds after the play. I'm not sure if he was ruled down or not. Hamilton must have been ruled down because the clock's running again, and this will be the final play of the third quarter.
I don't think they're going to get it snapped. Yeah, they're not going to be able to get the ball snapped.
Well, we've hit the end of the third quarter. Longview in a commanding 49-13 lead after 3. You're watching Tyler ISD Athletics, presented by B&G Law.
Always dreamed of upgrading our car, but trying to navigate it all? It felt like being lost in a maze. Then we found Kelly Community, where someone finally helped us find the way. They listened, asked questions, built a plan that worked for us. With competitive rates, simple approvals, and real rewards for loyalty, we finally felt in control. Now, we're not just driving a car, we're driving toward our future, backed by a team we trust. Kelly Community Federal Credit Union. Feels good to do more.
We're back here from Earl Campbell Field, Rose Stadium, as Longview will take the field. First and goal here to start the fourth quarter. Under center look. Hamilton, just one receiver. This will be a handoff to the left.
Come on.
Ball fumbled, jumping right back on it is Graves. And it's going to be a loss of about 5.
We've seen something like that twice, at least 2 times tonight, and they just get right back on it.
Every time it feels like.
Every time.
There's been chances at turnovers in this game for sure, but just hasn't been the night of the turnover for Tyler Legacy. They've turned it over 4 times on offense, which has certainly hurt them. Hamilton under center. He'll give off up the middle, breaking to the right. Graves to the 5, and finally dragged down at about the 3-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and goal now from the 3-yard line. Caden Graves that time for 12. Late subs. Couple bigger bodies into the game for Tyler Legacy on this 3rd down and goal from the 2-yard line. Hamilton will hand. Graves got knocked down slightly into the backfield. It was Asher Norvello just into the game, the first to hit him. Rest of the Red Raiders rally to the football. It'll be 4th and goal. And they'll mark it at about the 3-yard line. Longview will go for it.
Let's see what Longview decides to do. Remember last time they tried to do that designed QB run, and it was stopped.
Norvello was about to check out of the game, and now he's ushered to go right back in. He was running off the field. 4th and goal. Shotgun look for Longview. 2 receivers. Hamilton, read option. He'll keep it, and he'll walk in.
That works right there. Good pull.
They haven't ran that straight read option much here tonight, and Trey Hamilton's going to cap off what has been a huge night for him and the Lobos. So they're getting ready to move on to 2-1 in district play. They add on to the lead. Yeah, it feels like Hamilton, although he's ran it some tonight, they haven't really ran that conventional read option. That time, 4th and goal, perfect time to go to it, and the walk-in touchdown. Longview had a guy late getting on the field. That was Graves. Ayala's extra point nearly blocked again, but it is straight through and good. Looks like we had a little bit of a scuffle on the field after the play. The officials sorted out, and that'll take us to a 1-minute timeout. You're watching Tyler ISD Athletics presented by B&G Law.
I was actually involved in a rear-end collision, and I was injured. It's not a fair and perfect world. Sometimes you have to have an attorney, and I just happen to know a good one. If you were to hire them, they're not gonna promise you the world and under-deliver. I received a pretty sizable amount of compensation. It would have been a nightmare if I hadn't reached out to Biggs and Greenslake.
We always dreamed of upgrading our car, but trying to navigate it all, it felt like being lost in a maze. Then we found Kelly Community, where someone finally helped us find the way. They listened, asked questions, built a plan that worked for us. With competitive rates, simple approvals.
Welcome back here from Rose Stadium. As Tyler Legacy to return, Demarion Malone makes the cut, 20, and taken down at about the 24-yard line. So that'll bring it back out the Tyler Legacy offense on the field. Second half just has not been their half. A lot of run lanes shut down. And here we go to start again. Looks like Pearl Jackson, the running back, to start the drive. Also in the game to start the drive will be Julian Lewis Baker out at receiver. Couple of tight ends. Zach Davis still in the game as he started the second half. Jet sweep and the pop pass here to TK Brown trying to get the edge. Slipped past a man and got upfield a bit for about 7. Second down. Tyler Legacy just looking for maybe a consistent drive here.
I'd like to see them put together one here.
At Rockwall next week, and then the finale at home against Forney. Davis will hand to Pearl Jackson, who knifes his way through the middle and spun down at about the 38-yard line, first down. Longview defensively starting to mix in some substitutes, especially into that back end. They're playing without Robert White, who is one of their starters this year to begin the year, but he's down due to injury. They've done a really nice job even without him all season, and especially tonight. Jackson, a nice job, second effort, will net him about 4. We tick under 9 minutes in this one. Longview, they got a big one next week, and it seems like every week in this district it's going to be a big one given how everybody's playing. Royce City has allowed a touchdown. Rockwall Heath ahead 38-28. That's now in the fourth quarter. Rockwall and Forney 41-35 Yellow Jackets. That's also in the fourth quarter. Straight up the middle, Jackson. Oh, how did he get out of those first couple? Crosses midfield.
All right, Pearl. Very good run.
Next week's games appear on paper like they should be pretty darn good. Also, Royce City and North Forney. Royce City obviously battling tonight. They're much improved from last year. Last year they went winless in district, and they really didn't come close in any game besides the Tyler Legacy one. That was 38-31, but even in that game, it had to come at the expense of some late points to get
good
back
catch.
in that game.
Nice, either way.
Nice catch by Owens, just no room to work. Second down on that tackle was Caden Dixon, the senior defensive back. Looks like an extra offensive lineman is in the game right now at tight end. That's Hunter Bates. The junior offensive lineman is lined up on the left side next to Demarion Brown Johnson. Give to Jackson again up the middle. Solid run. Got about 7. Third down and 3. Zach Davis in his first game back tonight after the leg injury he suffered during spring practice was the presumed starter. Kason Gray had to step in, and he started the first 8 games of this year. Gray hurt near the end of the first half as Jackson, I think the play was blown dead. He tried to get up and run, but it'll be a 4th down and 3. Davis in for this second half. Potentially could get some run next week as well, the senior. 4th and 3. 4th down has not been a great spot for this offense tonight. They'll split 3 out to the right. Davis will hand to Jackson straight ahead, and Jackson this time will get the first down. Drive will continue as we near 6 minutes to play.
Slowly but surely working our way down the field.
It's nice to see the run game start to get going a little bit late.
Oh, yeah.
On final, Red Oak holds on against Cleburne 38-28. Tyler High's final 2 opponents, Midlothian, then a bye week, and then Red Oak. They got to win at least one of them to get in the playoffs. You win both, you're definitely in, and maybe even a home playoff game, but you got to win at least one. Jackson up the middle. He'll knife his way inside the 35-yard line for about 4. Longview will be 2-1 in district play after tonight. But remember, this district, anyone's game. Rice City trailing now. If they fall to 1-3, they're on the verge of being eliminated. But you still have Rockwall, Longview, Forney, North Forney, and Rockwall Heath. As Jackson that time
Bam.
Bam White slipping down at the 29-yard line. Good call. Be 3rd down and 1.
I think so. Man, if he didn't slip, he definitely would have had that 1, giving us a new set of downs. But, man, it happens. Turf Monster can just grab a hold of you. Oh.
Direct snap here, and it's White straight ahead, and White banging his way down inside the 25. They've tried that a couple times tonight. Remember earlier on the 4th down, and they didn't get it.
Yeah, that was pretty nice. I like when they do that. It caught me off guard. It catches me off guard every time I see it. When there's a traditional QB in, but it works.
Davis will hand off to White straight ahead, and White met right away. Lawson Tubb, the junior linebacker, leading tackler for the Lobos, on the stop. Looks like Hunter Bates is coming back in the game, but this time it's because Demarion Johnson lost his helmet. So he'll have to sit out a play at least. Back to the sideline. The Texas A&M commit. Left tackle for the Red Raiders. Missed a couple of games earlier this year. One against North Forney, another against Rockwall Heath. A give straight up the middle. White to about the 14-yard line. A good chunk. It'll be 3rd and short. About to be at 3.5 minutes left in this one. Johnson back in as Bates departs. Rice City has just answered back 38-34, pending an extra point, I assume, over in Rockwall. Davis handing again. White straight ahead to about the 10-yard line, got a 1st down. JT, I think they're going to take this clock pretty much all the way down right near 2 minutes.
I don't blame them, man.
Hopefully punch it in and get you something going into next week. It's been a diet of runs on this drive.
Yeah, this has been the longest drive I believe Legacy has put together all night. But they marched, and they are here. Let's hope we can punch it in.
Handoff again. That's White.
And there we go.
Pounding inside the 5 to the 3. Probably one more play before the 2-minute warning. Legacy taking their time, just trying to put this ball in the end zone.
Honestly, if we're trying to kill clock, I would just take the 2-minute. I think the clock and the game clock and the...
There's a run straight ahead. Bam, White into the end zone for a touchdown. 2:17 on the clock. White has the score.
Just go ahead and get it. I'm sorry.
Third touchdown of the night.
Just go ahead and get in the end zone. I don't blame him. Don't kill any momentum. Waiting for the 2-minute clock to go off. Just go ahead and get in there.
56-19. Boston Russell on for the point after. Longview might have jumped, but the PAT is good regardless, and that will take us to a 30-second timeout. 2:17 to play in this one. Longview 56 and Legacy 20. You're watching Tyler ISD Athletics.
We always dreamed of upgrading our car, but trying to navigate it all, it felt like being lost in a maze. Then we found Kelly Community, where someone finally helped us find the way. They listened, asked questions, built a plan that worked for us. With competitive rates, simple approvals, and real rewards for loyalty, we finally felt in control. Now, we're not just driving a car, we're driving toward our future, backed by a team we trust. Kelly Community Federal Credit Union. Feels good to do more.
Back here from Rose Stadium, fourth quarter, 2:17 to play. Tyler Legacy will kick off, and what will presumably be the final drive of this game unless a Longview turnover occurs.
See what Longview does here. They're up 40, or excuse me, they're up 36. So will they drive down and try to get another score? I mean, they've got the time. They still got the 2-minute warning. They've got 3 timeouts. Is their goal to put up another one to get to that 40-point bomb, or will they simply run the ball, keep the clock on, and get this game over with?
Appears that extra point was missed by Royce City, so 38-34. Yeah, PAT missed. Under 9 minutes to go in Rockwall. Rockwall and Forney in Forney. It's under 4 minutes to go. Forney has the football on the 34-yard line. Forney down 6, trying to drive back and win that one.
I think we're onside kick.
Yep, looks like an onside, but alertly fielding it right away, Trent Jackson, and a late flag, some extracurriculars. Hate to see this at the end of this one. See who's flagged, and I believe that this is going to go against Legacy's Ethan Brown. Rather, penalties offset. So against Longview and Tyler Legacy. 2:17 to go. Still have the 2-minute warning. This should be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Longview in that power eye. Middle give to the fullback. Oh, breaking free. Big run for Longview inside the 40 for number 40. The first time we've called his name tonight. That is Davion Jackson, who's listed as a linebacker. Takes it on the fullback dive, and that'll take us to the 2-minute warning as we will step aside for about a minute. You're watching Tyler ISD Athletics, presented by B&G Law.
I was actually involved in a rear-end collision, and I was injured. It's not a fair and perfect world. Sometimes you have to have an attorney, and I just happen to know a good one. If you were to hire them, they're not going to promise you the world and underdeliver. I received a pretty sizable amount of compensation. It would have been a nightmare if I hadn't reached out to Biggs and Greenslade.
We always dreamed of upgrading our car, but trying to navigate it all, it felt like being lost in a maze.
Back here as we pick things up after the 2-minute timeout. A middle give that time for the fullback. I think that was Brandon Cavazos on the carry. 2:21 to go in Forney, and the Jackrabbits have struck big. A touchdown for Forney from about 12 yards out for Nelson Peterson. Forney on top, 42-41. Here's a run straight ahead, a wide open lane, and a wide open touchdown. Jacaden Davis from about 36 yards out is into the end zone. Touchdown Longview as they add to the lead once more. Davis playing quarterback there, not Hamilton, and runs it in on the read option from 36 yards out untouched. That'll extend the lead 62-20. Extra point is up. It is good. Longview has put 63 points on the board. We will hit a 45-second timeout. You're watching Tyler ISD Athletics presented by B&G Law. Back here from Rose Stadium as we kick off once more after the Longview touchdown. Tyler Legacy will get it back. Taking a peek over in Rockwall. You can tune in over on the Rockwall ISD Sports Network. Shout out to Chris Curtis getting everything running smoothly. Their first year running a sports network over in Rockwall. 42-41, 40 on top of Rockwall. They just hit the 2-minute warning. Longview to kick off. I think we have a new kicker. Yep, this is a new kicker. Or is it actually no? Well, no, that's Felipe Ayala, who hasn't done the kickoffs tonight. It's been Gustavo de Luna, 99, who's done the kicks, but Ayala will kick off here. High, short kick. Fair catch called and made at about the 25-yard line. And we'll keep eyes over on that 40 game and update you if we see or hear anything. Rockwall Heath has extended the lead again, 45-34, under 5 minutes to go in that one. You would presume that if Rockwall Heath can hold on, they'll be 3-0 in district play with a meeting against Longview next week. 3-0, it may be enough to get you into the playoffs, or 3-3. 3 wins might be enough to get you into the playoffs.
Could very much be. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. All these close games going on tonight. Like you say, everybody's competing. Every game you turn on in this district could be a big game, or is a big game this late in district play. So we'll see. It's interesting to see who claims those spots when it's all said and done going into the playoffs.
And off straight ahead. Then Jace Love on the carry. Yep, Jace Love into the game for the first time, straight up the middle. It'll be second down at about 8. 38 seconds. Davis drops back to pass. He steps up and he throws, and a miscommunication nearly intercepted. So 33 seconds. That'll make it third down and 8. Third and 12 is what Rockwall is facing over in 40, a minute and 12 to play. Here's Love again off to the right. Jitterbugs his way across the 40 to about the 42 where he's knocked down. 24 seconds. We'll see if Tyler Legacy will run a final play. Looks like they have every intention to right now. And maybe not. Davis now walking over towards the sideline, and Tyler Legacy's going to let this one tick down. Longview has claimed it again. It'll be 21 straight for the Lobos over the Red Raiders as they come into Rose Stadium tonight. They take care of business, did what they needed, and they will be 4-3, 2-1 in district play. Tyler Legacy with the loss. They're going to be eliminated from district playoff implications. They fall to 0-4 in district, 2-6 overall. Just not Tyler Legacy's night again, Jeremiah. It's obviously a loss like this. It's hard to come up with a bunch of words for it, but we knew they had to establish a ground game and hit on some big plays in order to stage a big upset, and it just didn't happen. Longview's a very good football team on that other side.
Longview is a very good football team. They're going to win a lot more games like they already have won a lot. And they're always, like you say, they never have a down season. They always kind of re-up, and they always have a good season. So I'm excited to see what they do going into the playoffs, being the only other East Texas team in our district. That'll be able to looks like they'll be able to have a good chance to make a run in the playoffs. So I hope they do well, and wish them well the rest of their season. But yeah, a lot of things you can take away from this too. As for the Red Raiders, you know, we had to change the quarterback at halftime due to injury or due to him just coming back. Been good to see him back in the lineup, even though he doesn't have very much left to play. But a lot of things to take away from this. We never really perform in the second half going against teams like this. We always put up some good numbers in the first half, but just can't close. So I think we need to try to, for the rest of the season, I know we're dead going into the playoffs, but just try to finish games.
Yeah.
Finish games the way we started, keep our fire up under us, and at least compete in the games.
Tyler Legacy again falls in their 4th straight contest. They'll move to 0-4 in district, 2-6 overall. Join us on Tuesday. We got Tyler Legacy volleyball. They are playoff bound. They'll take on Rockwall Heath at about 6:30 p.m. Our football game next Friday, Tyler High and Midlothian, 7 o'clock start time. You can find it right here on youtube.com/@TylerISD Athletics. Until then, saying so long here tonight from Rose Stadium. Rockwall 63, Tyler Legacy 20. You've been watching Tyler ISD Athletics presented by B&G Law.